Galera, a gente vai estar acompanhando aqui nosso representante brasileiro, WESS versus Pier, que ficou em segundo colocado, se eu não me engano, no último campeonato, tá? E ele tava vindo de Pier, só que Pier foi nerfada, então ele não tá trazendo mais Pier nesse campeonato. Enfim, o WESS também, né, tava trazendo... Gente, o que aconteceu com o ícone do Tesca lá embaixo, ó? Meu Deus, tá esticado. O Wesley também tava trazendo Priya, mas obviamente Chakra foi nerfado pra caramba. Sword não tá mais tão viável quanto antigamente, né? Então não se torna uma opção muito boa.
WESS hits him with the ground pound, goes for the N-sig. Pirchi with the side air will get back up safely.
Lembrando, pessoal, que vocês podem estar recebendo uma aula, tá? Em forma de análise de replay, uma aula minha. Só você se tornar membro do canal principal, tá bom? No nível aluno do Lynx. E também, gente, tenho a minha organização para criadores de conteúdo agora, pra gente se juntar e crescer junto, beleza? Então se você é criador de conteúdo de Brawlhalla, especificamente de Brawlhalla, você pode estar participando. Faz sua inscrição lá no nosso servidor do Discord, o link tá no comentário fixado.
You know he would have gone for the recovery if he connected, but Pirchi got past it, got that stage, and then got that side light recovery.
Ooh, recovery on the top, not enough to KO just yet. He goes for the side light into the delayed recovery right above his head. There's the weapon toss. Tries to catch on the recovery, but Pirchi was down on the ground. Now he's disarmed. There's the in light, giving him room for the weapon.
Side air.
Okay.
Doesn't go for the active input, went for the most force possible.
I was worried that because it was from the wrong side of the stage, even though we're on Worlds End, that it wasn't going to be a KO, and Pirchi was going to be able to find even more damage. But they're pretty much even here. WESS did a good job of not taking too much damage, even though he didn't find a KO move right away. Whoa. But all of a sudden, things are changing.
Whoa.
Big dunk, weapon toss, bonk on the head. He's going to be done.
Caraca.
Pirchi with the burst out, able to get the stock off of WESS. Pirchi looking the best he's had, or looking in the best state he's been in throughout the day.
All of a sudden, the damage was equalized, and then Pirchi just took off right after that. Great gauntlet string, ending with the signature and the weapon toss bonk on the head.
WESS, though, with the stage control, weapon advantage, going to keep Pirchi locked down onto this left side wall unless Pirchi can get past. He does, picks up the side.
Yeah, one thing that was good for WESS there was the weapon advantage that he had, so there's not a lot of range that Pirchi has to throw over the corner. Oh, I thought we were going to instantly see the dare to punish or the D-light to punish the neutral air from Pirchi.
Yeah, WESS opted not to go for an attack, goes for the down
Nice!
Nice. Gravity cancel downlight into the ground pound. Clean this up, didn't take too much damage either.
Yeah, WESS either saw a weapon toss incoming, which is what happened, or he saw a potential like neutral air incoming from the site that Pirchi had, so he spot dodged through it, gravity canceled that into the D-light. Fantastic timing from WESS.
Once again, keeping him on this wall, has the weapon advantage. Pirchi goes back, but he doesn't want the weapon pickup immediately. Ooh, almost got him with that side air. Ooh,
Nossa,
good spacing from WESS.
Oh, WESS is going to get so much, and he
What
came
the
fuck away!
I did not know you could go down.
Bora lá,
Won't
man.
have time for
Game
it.
starting. I'm sure we'll get to see it later.
Jumped right into the next one. WESS versus Pirchi, no character swaps. Pirchi's still sticking with the Mordex. It looked good in game number 1, so I don't blame him for this one. Ooh, saw the stars come out. WESS is still sweat beating. All right, he gets back down safely.
Two gauntlet players. There is a weapon spawn on the field. Neither player wants to go for it. They just want to go for these gauntlet options until Pirchi wants to strip the field. Keep WESS off a weapon.
Okay, recovery into the nair. WESS very comfortable to go in unarmed. Now he's over to the boots, throws out the side sig. Pirchi with the punish.
Dude, Pirchi was so high in the air when WESS threw out that side signature. What was he aiming for?
And maybe it was just trying to get Pirchi to come back down towards the stage. Either way, Pirchi getting some good damage in. Nice. Oh, went for the down sig. Ground pound to turn around. And WESS going to get the stock.
He pulled out of the ground pound, and it looked like he was trying to get below WESS to maybe reach up with a neutral air after the ground pound whiffed, or maybe it was a bait ground pound to like freak WESS out for a second. Man, WESS does love those fadeaway turnaround side airs.
Gets the down air, goes for the ground pound there. Instead, going to hit that neutral air for the damage. Side air bounces him off the wall, but he can't get the downlight. Pirchi still manages to get the wall touch.
Oh, that would have been
Bounced.
the stock there. WESS is
Yeah.
going to survive off of that because of the bounce off the stage. That's so tough for Pier.
Wow. Oh, okay.
Oh, I got him.
Nah.
Beautiful pickup.
Dude, WESS does so many goofy things that work out for him just because he's got amazing reactions. Because he hit like the on-stage boots ground pound, but he ended up getting a Sair off of it because it bounced him up and he was still in the air.
The instant response after that signature. The low damage signature, so it's not going to send you that far.
Sig charged up. Pier, yeah, he's just going to wait it out and get that punish. He's like, I also play Tesga.
Yeah.
I know this doesn't hit here.
He knew he could stay stacked.
All right. Gets in with the side air, gets in there.
Oh, almost got the second one. Dude, WESS has a huge lead here. He already's up one game. I like that he's changing up the juggle opportunities because sometimes it's double nair, sometimes it's nair recovery. That time it was a nair side air.
Oh!
Yup.
Immediate gravity cancel down Sig, catches out. Is to just be a little bit more Sig happy because, like, also I remember, like, when he played Volkov for that one tournament.
Pier trocando pra Dawson. Um pique que eu não tava esperando. Ah, reset, peraí. Olha lá.
I think it's just drafts.
Okay. Here we go. Don't have to buy time anymore. Pier looks like he's set up and good to go, and it's going to be the Rayman for game number 3.
What was his highest leveled legend? I can't remember.
Well, his gauntlet's still looking solid. I want to say it's his Mordex, if I remember correctly. All right, Nair.
Oh, no, Rayman's his highest leveled legend.
Okay.
It's Rayman, Mordex, Tesca, and then Wushang in that order from highest to low. Whatever, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Okay, good patience from WESS. Catches him. Down 6 onto the stage, so Pichi's going to get that 3-piece.
So yeah, I really want to see his axe against WESS because the gauntlets are going to be, you know, potentially similar. We may see some more signatures coming out, like we did with that down signature after we just saw the side signature as well. That could be just his like easy mode corner guard option where it's like I'm not really going to commit anything off stage, just going to throw my D-sig.
Oh, goes for the dare there. Surprised. I think a side air would have KO'd. Goes for the neutral light, but he whiffs. And WESS is high in the sky. Doesn't hit that second recovery.
Oh, that was enough to KO.
Yeah.
That's a lot of damage that it took for that to KO. Let's see how long he can survive on this stock before he gets knocked out by WESS. WESS doesn't have a weapon yet. I don't know if a D-Light and a Gravity Cancel neutral heavy will do it at this point, but now he's over back onto the boots. I'm going to say it wouldn't because that recovery from the boots didn't KO.
Yeah, might need a little bit more here. That down sig will do it, though. Lots of force behind that one. Juggles weapons here. Ooh, he wants to stick with the boots this time. Nice, caught him. Wasn't able to get more, though.
Ooh.
Ooh,
just kind of sitting on that corner, forcing WESS to like move over to him, kind of in the way that we saw a little bit against Hughes, except Hughes didn't do that. Hughes just stayed in the middle, and then Pier just started to move towards him.
Ooh. That was a burn dodge from WESS, but Pier not able to get a lot off of it.
Man, all these potential sig follows from WESS just look scarier and scarier as the stocks get more and more damage on them. Okay, now we're gonna get some axe gameplay. Did hit the dare into the D-Light, the KO off the top! Overextension, and WESS steals the KO off the top.
Dude, I feel like WESS is really good at overwhelming opponents that aren't ready for it. Like, that's kind of what's happening is, like, he's just so often in Pier-Chi's face, throwing out so much. But Pier-Chi does manage to hit that recovery. These are pretty even stocks. There is a world where Pier-Chi ends up closing this one out.
Yeah, he definitely feels like a mental stack player.
Yeah.
Where it's just like all of these things that you constantly have to think about. And all of a sudden, if your brain skips like one beat, all of a sudden you're getting hit by a signature in orange, setting up for an edge guard.
Down sig catches. Ooh, neutral sig to turn around.
Exactly like that.
Weapon toss, good coverage. WESS stays low, ground pound. WESS is still there.
Oh, he got around it.
He got the touch, goes for another ground pound. WESS for the end sig. Pier-Chi gonna disengage, and
Gift.
can't get the wall touch. It's gonna be Pier-Chi on the board.
I thought this.
3, 2, 1, brawl.
All right, here we go.
Ooh.
Okay.
Interesting choice there. The side light into the neutral light.
Might have been a misinput. Didn't get that jump out.
Ooh, look at that. Look at how many dashes are coming out and 0 moves being thrown.
WESS opting to break the standstill there. Got in with that side light. Got a neutral light afterwards as well. But this one might be a little bit of a slower paced game. Good dodge from Pier. Avoids the downlight. Tries to turn things around, but WESS able to get that wall touch. Side sig connects.
Nice.
This is a good map for the Dulcims out there. WESS still has enough movement, and he turns it around. Side air.
Yeah, so far we just really haven't seen too much. Despite this being his highest leveled Legends, that like Pier is much of an axe player at all. Even all the signature usage has been almost all in the gauntlets.
Ooh. Yeah, it definitely feels like he's a gauntlet player who just likes Dulcim's stats and sigs more than he's like a axe and gauntlet player. 2-piece, goes for the recovery. WESS able to dodge down. Side air. Yep.
Nice. Drifted a little bit too far to the right with that side air, so WESS was able to get behind him out of the effective range of the X there. This could be scary. He was able to get away with it.
Oh man, dude, Pier has been doing a good job of like getting out, right? Like he's dodging, he's avoiding that follow-up, but then he just immediately gets put back into the blender by WESS.
Yeah, how long? He's been without a weapon for like 15, 20 seconds while he was just getting pummeled by WESS's boots.
Second set of boots. Pier sweat beating if WESS can keep him from touching down, but Pier comes down, hits that neutral light.
He let the sig rip just a little bit too early rather than waiting a little bit longer to punish the landing. Nice ground pound from Pier. Gonna even up the stocks, but he's like 100 damage behind. He's gonna wait as long as he can to throw that axe up before he picks up the gauntlets, but doesn't want to get lost without them.
Patience. Ooh. Can he convert this? Ground
oh my gosh!
Can't touch Pier with the steal out.
Dude, Pier almost dipped down. I mean, like he was definitely in range for WESS to find an attack. He just couldn't find the right one to get the hit and then get the chase dodge up after that. WESS like felt way too confident going for the like turnaround slide charge side sig.
I mean, he had such a health lead. I don't think he really expected Pier to have all of that behind it. He's didn't expect Pier to have that much game. Ground pound.
Doing that when you're in red is a bold move, Pier.
Neutral light.
A lot of space between the two before WESS decides to go in with a turnaround neutral air. Ooh, chasing after him with that one, holding. Not chasing after that.
Whoa.
Nice!
Caught him with the side sig. WESS doesn't have enough there. Pier gonna take another one. He's up he ties it up 2-2.
Ground for the axe, ground pound real quick.
He's got new nightmares. And it's going to be WESS sticking with the Tesca here for game number 5. I thought for a moment maybe he swaps to the Rayman for the mirror, but no. He wants those boots. Doesn't hit the end sig. Pier with the punish. I'm curious if WESS is going to play a little bit more conservative. We know that he kind of threw away his second stock there.
Yeah, looking at the damage split last game for his weapons, he did 401 on the boots, so it's no surprise that even if he like wanted to play the mirror, like sticking with a boots legend is definitely a great idea for the way he was playing last game. All those like little silly mistakes notwithstanding. Nothing.
Patience. This is game 5. This is important. Pier could potentially break his loss streak here.
Yeah, Pierci's kind of like a major gatekeeper at this point. He's the newcomer, but he's also the gatekeeper. WESS was ready. He floated above it. It's absolutely reactable, and he had the timing.
Yeah, that's the second time Pier goes for that gravity cancel side sig, and WESS just comes down, hits him with that ground pound. WESS is damaged, though. Don't sleep on Pier just yet.
He's going to have to find the right axe move, and there it is. I thought he was just going to hit the nair juggles and put, you know, some more damage onto an already knockoutable stock, and it wasn't going to lead to much until later. But no, he hit the 2 nairs and then the axe recovery, got the KO off the top. He's about 50 damage behind as WESS starts this strength potential. Does get the end light, sends Pier back over to the wall.
His recovery got stuffed out there. Pier with that down air helps him get back onto the stage. The dodge down from WESS gets him past. Ooh, okay. Goes for the turnaround there.
The dodge did come out from Pier too, so he was almost bang on with the idea of that turnaround sig.
Ooh,
Okay.
double, not enough.
Oh, the down air dropping?
But that side light into the recovery, not going to drop that one. WESS now very healthy.
He's a solid lead. He's back over on the weapon that he does most of his damage with. Picks up the recovery, but the neutral air after is punished by the side air from Pier.
Good dodging. There's the weapon spawn. Pier needs to get the stock off of WESS. He's got the axe, but you're seeing him slow things down. This could be his final stock of the day.
Dude, WESS has just been juggling so much with the neutral airs, also juggling with the recoveries.
Pier getting aggressive there.
WESS not really worried about starving the field of weapons until now. Now swapping over the gauntlets. There's the in-light, catches the recovery. Can he send over?
Nossa
Good
senhora.
dodge. Pier avoiding the SIGs, but he's not really getting too many hits in.
Man,
WESS is
dude.
finding these hits.
Pier can't find a weapon. It's been so long since he's had one.
He picks up some gauntlets.
And he throws them away. Oh!
There's the weapon spawn. He wants the axe. That's why he did it.
Does he? I don't know, man. I don't know.
Neutral sig
oh my
away.
gosh, what are you doing? Dude, betting a lot on that neutral signature in like the middle of the stage when he's almost at KO damage.
Ooh.
Recovery on the top, does get the KO.
Can he do it? Can he make a miracle here? Game number 5, deep red. Can he take this stock off of WESS and get himself a win for the day?
Dude, getting a set win here for Pier is huge. Also, he just like messes up so much of what's happened in the round robin phase so far. He would be the
That's a bird dodge
disruptor
too.
after this. Can he play perfect Brawlhalla? Playing around the weapon, staying grounded, doesn't want to get caught. WESS clearly wants to bait him into the air for the nair juggles, potential recovery juggles.
Another recovery. Pier can't afford too many more of those.
I think one more might do it, I'm not sure.
He's got to be careful. You see him giving a lot of room here. WESS, he's coming up higher.
Dude, he's creeping up there. They swap places.
Pier's below him. Lot of room,
I thought that side air was going to get punished, dude. He's staying
waiting.
over on the
He's
corner.
Waiting. He's waiting.
Oh
There's a
my
spot dodge right in the
gosh.
face of WESS, but it doesn't hit. Oh my god, nobody is hitting. Oh man, dude, the recovery right in front of WESS, he's crazy.
Dude, this is so crazy.
Oh.
WESS is like just as nervous.
Nossa senhora!
Oh my gosh.
Oh, the side air. Pier still lives.
This is last chance.
Oh no, okay.
WESS is too afraid.
Oh, that'll do it.
That'll do
Caramba,
it. And
velho.
WESS in game 5.
Que final foi esse?
Unfortunately.
É isso, gente. Se inscreve no canal pra estar acompanhando mais sets aqui, tá bom? Um abraço, um beijo e tchau, tchau.
He's gonna go home without